FINA presents the swimming skills and drills of Butterfly. Before swimmers can realize their dreams of becoming champions, they must spend many hours practicing and perfecting their strokes. We hope you'll enjoy seeing some accomplished competitive swimmers as we take a close look at their stroke techniques. Our objective is to help you become a better coach, instructor, or swimmer. We will achieve this by analyzing the stroke techniques of two successful swimmers, and we will examine their strokes not only from above, but from under the water and in slow motion. Here's how the video will proceed. After the stroke is introduced, we will break it down and focus more closely on each part. We will also provide a sample of the drills and a review of the whole stroke. The video will conclude with a section on stroke faults and corrections. Although each video in the series of 4 can stand on its own, they are best used in conjunction with the FINA swimming manual. The second fastest of the strokes, Butterfly, was officially recognized as a separate stroke in 1953. After considerable experimentation during its early years, Butterfly has evolved to the almost standard form we see Moitze executing here. Notice the relaxed flowing rhythm of the stroke. The head lifts before the arms come out and submerges before the arms re-enter, all in time with the body undulation and 2 natural dolphin kicks per stroke cycle. Having been developed from the classic breaststroke of the 1930s, Butterfly has some carryover in its rules for competition. Ray demonstrates this as his shoulders are kept level in the same horizontal plane, while all movements of his arms and legs are symmetrical and simultaneous. This last stroke rule eliminates using a flutter kick, but allows a breaststroke or dolphin kick to be used. Varying from the breaststroke rules, the butterflyer must make all forward movements of the hands and arms above the surface. As you watch Moitze, see how her torso undulates in time with her head and leg movements. The range of undulation prescribed varies only slightly, according to which world-rated expert you listen to. It is safe to say, however, that rarely does a swimmer undulate too much. In this slow-motion sequence, the hips rise above and fall below the surface of the water. This undulating or dolphining action is directly related to Moitze's entire body following the movements of her head. Once her head dives down, it is followed first by the arms and shoulders, then the hips, and finally the legs. We can see that as Moitze dives into her next stroke, her legs kick down and her hips rise to their highest position above the surface of the water. Watch for the 3 main factors that contribute to body undulation: the movement of the head, the piking at the waist, and the strong downward kick. To achieve this dolphining action with beginners, it is best to encourage them to push their hips up out of the water while arching their lower backs as they dive into the next stroke. Although according to the rules there is no set number of kicks per stroke, it has long been determined by coaches that it is best to kick twice, the first following the entry of the hands, and the second as the underwater arm pull is completed. The sequencing of the various actions is critical to maintain constant momentum and efficient swimming. As Ray pushes off the wall, we can see how the timing of each stroke component fits in. From the streamlined position, Ray kicks twice before starting the arm pull. Midway through the arm pull, the head is lifted for a breath, and normally one down kick would occur here during the final arm thrust. As the arms recover, the head dives down while another kick occurs as the arms enter. The dolphining action is the core of the stroke and could be practiced separately in each butterfly session. One way to successfully practice this is to kick underwater. The advantage of kicking underwater is that there is working resistance to both the up and down beats of the kick, which helps to enhance hip movement. This drill may be done with the arms stretched out in front or at the swimmer's side. All movements of the head should be smooth without sudden jerky action. When Moitza breathes, notice how her head lifts out with its chin thrusting forward just above the waterline. As the arms recover, the head is lowered forehead first in order to be entirely submerged before the hands enter. From the side, we can see how well Moitza's breathing fits into her stroke. Her head begins to rise when her hands are about a quarter of the way through the pull. It continues to lift until the mouth and chin jut forward low over the bow wave. The inhalation is completed during the first half of the arm recovery. The head starts down and is submerged before the arms make their entry. The exhalation through both the nose and mouth is controlled and continuous. To ensure proper stroke timing, it is important for the head to submerge before the arms enter the water. As Ray is doing here, most swimmers are taught to breathe every second stroke. However, many different breathing patterns are possible. In competition, pre-planned breathing patterns suit individual racing situations and distances. At the start of each arm pull, the arms stretch forward in front as the swimmer dives into the stroke. This serves to feel out the catch for the next pull. For the entry, the arms should be loosely extended with the elbow slightly flexed. Note that the hands are rotated thumb side down to an angle of about 45 degrees. The pull is initiated with a sculling action outward, keeping the elbows high before arms angle down and skull inward underneath the body before a final backward and outward thrust occurs. The final push, although vigorous, is not done to the full extension of the arms.